So if you've just picked up your new Motorola device, in this case I've got the Motorola Edge 50 Neo, and you want to do a little bit of tweaking to really personalize your device, hopefully this video will give you a bit of an insight on all the features that are packed into this Motorola Edge 50 Neo, and more than likely the Motorola that you've chosen as well. So stick with me in this video as I go through some of the customization options of the Motorola Edge 50 Neo. And if you're interested in more budget tech videos, including tips and tricks guides, be sure to hit subscribe on the channel. Let's dive in. Okay, so you've just picked up your new Motorola device, and I'm just going to show you a few features of the phone and how you can really customize your device to how you want it to look. Now, there's two ways of getting to personalize your phone. The most common way that people think of is going into the settings, and then you've got the option of personalize, display, home lock screen, etc. But Motorola in fact have a Motorola Experiences app, and that just allows you to really dive deep, and it's a bit of a quicker way to get to some of these features. So you can click personalize here, and then you can jump into this part here, which will allow you to customize your wallpaper, lock screen and home screen. You can use the photos in your gallery. In my case, I've only got 4, so we won't go into that. Create with AI. Now, one of the features, you actually have to be signed into your Motorola account to access Magic Canvas. Then you've got dynamic, and these are just a few live wallpapers that you can download as well. And then you've got curated images, change wallpaper, and then there's a few sections there that you can choose from. So if I jump into Earth, then it's got some sort of nature looking backgrounds that you can choose from. And then you can preview it there, move it around a little bit, and then you can select for it to have just on your lock screen or your home and your lock screen. And then you can change your dark theme on and off on there as well, which I won't do at the moment. Now, if you swipe back again, type these 3 lines at the top. So we're in personalize, and then you can jump down into gestures. Now, this gives you the option to play around with some of the gesture controls on the Motorola Edge 50 Neo or whatever Motorola device you have. So quick capture, you can twist the phone very quickly to launch the camera. So if you just take it out of your pocket, you can do that. Oh, let's go back. There's also fast torch, which is definitely one of the favorites of having a Motorola device. You can just do a karate chop to turn the torch on and off. 3-finger screenshot, and then that takes a screenshot as well. Sometimes I don't think that's quite as easy necessarily as just pressing, I think it's the power button and either the volume up or down buttons to do a screenshot, but the option is definitely there. Lift to unlock, which is basically raise to wake, so I can turn that on as well. I don't want to enable face unlock at the moment, but apparently it only allows me to do that, so I will have to skip that for a minute. Flip over for do not disturb, and pick up if you want to silence, or swipe to split the screen. Sidebar, will click on that as well, so we can turn that on, and then you can also get to your sidebar there. I've got to click next just to go past these because I haven't activated it yet. Very similar to Samsung's Edge panels, and then you can of course customize that, taking away some of the apps and adding different ones as well. I will turn that back off just for a moment, and then quick launch as well. Now, what this will do is I've got it set, you can double tap the back of the phone and that just takes me home, but you can change that to something else as well. If you go back, you can have it to take a screenshot, screen record it. So actually that would be a quicker way of doing a screenshot actually, if it works. Maybe I need to have something open, that might help. Let's try eBay. No, it doesn't want to work. It definitely did work going home anyway. So that's just something that you can use to obviously change that as well. You can also press and hold on your home screen to shortcut to some of these areas. So if I just jump into personalize again, Of course, you've got your wallpapers, then you've got themes here, and you can select any one of these different ones. So for example, that one, it will change your wallpaper, change your icons, the shape of your icons, and also the color of the buttons or your toggles just up there as well. I do quite like the red that goes with the red phone. And then of course you've got fonts. I think the square used to be the one that I used to use on older Motorola devices, but I've kind of gone off it. There's a few options here and I've just got it set to Android, or default is the one that comes out of the box. I do actually prefer that Android one there. You can also click here to change the colors of all your bits and bobs as well. And then you can obviously save that, which I won't do just at the moment. And you can change icon shape. So I've got this, what they call squircle option there, a circle one, a sort of circle with this little pokey bit in the corner, don't know what they call it, square, and then just this sort of odd looking circly shape thing. But yeah, this sort of square circle one is the one that I tend to choose. You can change your display and text size. Now the fact that this is quite a small display for a 2025 or 2024, as that's when it was released, phone, I don't have everything too big, but of course you can increase the size of your text, you can increase the size of the display, etc. I will just leave it on what I've got. You can change your text to bold if you want to. I'm not really a fan of that. And then you can choose high contrast text as well, which I won't have on either. You can also change the layout. So one of the first things that I do is I change it to 5:6, and I think it's 4:6 out of default. And what that does, it just allows you to have a few more apps on the home screen, and then one more app along the bottom as well, which I do actually prefer, but you can toggle that to whatever you want. You can have 5:7, and it will just let you squeeze a few more apps onto your apps drawer, I suppose you call it. And if you want to play around with some of the widgets, for example, this weather one here, you can go into your widget settings. Now what you do is press and hold, click on widgets down the bottom, and then there's a few different ones that you can add onto your home screen. So you've got BBC weather that you can add on there. You've also got some Facebook ones, some Gmail, and you can have some other ones like WhatsApp and stuff like that. So some of your chats can come up just on the home screen there. So you don't necessarily have to have WhatsApp here, you can just have it there, and it'll give you a preview of some of the chats as well. Now you can also resize your existing ones. Do you know what, I've done this before and I never get it right. Hang on, there we go. So you can resize it to a smaller one, and then you can add another one next to it as well. And then just a few very quick tips when it comes to taking some photos on your phone. So when you originally launch the camera app, it brings you to the standard photo mode, and then you've got some modes there, which is your 0.5, which is your ultra wide angle camera, and macro mode, which does use that ultra wide camera. You've got a 2x crop, and then a 3x zoom with the 10 megapixel 3x telephoto camera. And then of course you can switch back to your 1x. You can also change the aspect ratio to 1:1, 3:4, or 16:9, 9:16, whatever you want to look at it. And then if I go into settings, you can change a few extra bits and bobs as well. AI audio for your videos, mirror selfie, capture methods if you want to just hold a gesture up so the phone takes a picture without you having to click the shutter button. There's plenty of different things you can tweak with your phone when it comes to taking photos. You've also got a portrait mode with various focal lengths, and you can change the f-stop to change the amount of blur that the photo produces. There is a pro mode as well, where you can change the ISO levels, your shutter speed, all that sort of stuff, your exposure compensation, to really tweak the photo for how you want it to look. And then if you jump into more, you've got a few other extras as well. You've got ultra res 50 megapixel mode, you've got dual capture, time lapse, photo booth, spot color, night mode, spot color. Oh, spot color twice. What's that say? Oh, spot color for video. And then you've got a document scanner as well. And then if you go all the way along this way, you've got video, so 4K. Let's see if it tops at 4K. Sorry, that was full HD. Top's at 4K. Let's see what the, doesn't say what, hang on, if I click on that, there you go. 60 FPS video as well, and then you've got a slow motion setting as well. So that's just a few very quick ways in which you can customize your Motorola device. You can change things like your wallpapers, your fonts, your icon shapes, your themes overall, and then you can obviously go into deep dive into the settings for the camera to get the real best from your photos. It's just a very quick video. I'm trying to do a few more videos a little bit like this. And if you did enjoy this video, consider subscribing, hitting the like, and drop a comment down below to let me know what you think of this video. And I'll see you in the next video.